Good day, guys. As you all know me, as a mentor, NASDAQ Ninja. So, guys, before I can continue, can you please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified once I upload. So, guys, today I'm going to talk about trading major pairs. Understand? When I'm talking about major pairs, I'm talking about GBPUSD, USDJPY, and GBPJPY. So, I'm gonna be adding gold as a bonus. You understand? So, actually, this video is going to be more beneficiary for those which are new into trading in order for them to understand trading more, understand? Because I can never only come for you guys which are only advanced, understand? But at the end of the day, if you're advanced, you will still learn a lot, because at the end of the day, we're going to create certain things that advanced trading is there, understand? But without wasting your time, guys, let's jump into trading now, you understand? So, like I said, guys, I'm going to start with GBPUSD. I understand a lot of people like saying currencies are for new people. You're lying to yourself. Currencies ain't for new people. I do trade currencies, but I only trade currencies on the right time. And when I enter, make sure that I make a lot of cash on it. You understand? And what I like about currencies, you're not mostly gonna blow your account if you use proper risk management and all other aspects. You understand? Trading forex, it's easy, and it's one of the easiest thing in my life. You understand? I trade forex in the easiest time. You understand? So one thing that I want you guys to understand, it's actually step one. Understand? What do you do when you get to a chart? When you get to a chart and you're trading currencies, man, it's not the most difficult part. Step one, it's easy. Here I'm gonna take you guys step by step, but the other times I'm gonna be analyzing those other pairs. Understand? So when it comes to this, you just go for step one, you go to a weekly time frame. Understand? As always, you go to a weekly time frame. Even when you're trading currencies, man, you can always go for your monthly time frame. Understand? You can see I have backed this one. You understand? Already backed that one. Currencies, to me, I have like a big relationship with currencies. Understand? We don't actually lose here. If I enter a trade, I can even forget that I entered a trade, because it doesn't go mostly to the blowing side. Not like indices whereby you always feeling like shaken. The market wants to be blown, and the other things. Yeah, bro, you just enter and relax. You understand? But at the end of the day, guys, like I said, I don't want to waste your time. Let me remove everything. I'm removing everything, and I know very well that this analysis were the best. You can see where the market is going, but we need to recreate this analysis. You understand? Let's remove everything. So at the end of the day, like I told you guys, it's possible to go to a monthly time frame, because I don't like actually unzooming the chart to this point. I'll just go to my monthly time frame. For the first time, if you're new to our trading, you're gonna see that, oh, now today we went to our monthly time frame, understand? And then you become surprised. Yes, it's possible for you to go to your monthly time frame with a 200 account. It's possible. You can still go to your monthly time frame. It's possible, understand? So at this point, we're going to create a wedge. You can see we have a beautiful wedge there. Going to create a beautiful wedge. What I like about currencies, I always say this point, and I feel like my student enjoy that part. I like the fact that currencies, if this point was respected in 2009, this point became respected again in 2021. You understand? Like, you get to understand the market by throughout the years. You understand? You can see that there'll be time whereby you're no longer there, but the market is still moving, and our grandchildren are still milking the market. As much as you see, man, I was only 3 years when the market was here. I understand? So that's how it is. Understand? So at the end of the day, guys, it's easy when you create the market like this. And then first, we're supposed to create our highest, and then we create our lowest point. So those was our first part, and then our second part is to create the wedge. The wedge is just to create the creation of the market in order for us to understand where the market is going. You understand? By this shape, if you go to all the books, you understand, as I'm about to write my book as well, you're gonna see from this point to any book you can go, you can understand the rule of the market. Where is the market going already? You understand? You can see where exactly the market is gonna go from this certain point. By following every rules of the market, I already know where the market is going. So with that, I'm going to look for position which can allow me to take those buying opportunities. You understand? I'm going to look for those positions that can allow me to know that at this certain point, I'm going to take buying opportunities. So I'm going to come here and then create this, and then come here, create this. This is actually my zones. I'm creating my zones. What I like about GBPUSD, any pair that connects to USD always respect zones. And as much as when they are on the biggest time frame, just know they are the most strongest zones in that platform. You understand? because if you can check, the market can never come back here many times and don't respect these certain zones, understand? So that's how it is. So those are my perfect zones, understand? So if you can see the market is looking down there, you can actually target it on a certain zone. Once it touches the zone, you enter the buy, because at the end of the day, I get to understand that at that certain point, we're having a thought of like a trend line inside a trend, what I used to call major key. But you know, if you want to learn more about major key, you can always come to my comment section. You're gonna get my numbers there. So it's like this, guys. So step 3, you go to a daily time frame. Okay, step 4 now, because we're on step 3 on the zone, we're going for a daily time frame. Actually weekly. Let's go for weekly time frame. So when we are on a weekly time frame, we're going to create trend lines there. We're going to start by creating a trend there at that point. So what I like about this format, guys, is that I'm no longer gonna be focusing on this major things from the monthly time frame. They gave me a direction. I'm as well fine, understand? So what I'm gonna be focusing on is the structure from weekly time frame, because it's what I can see when I'm on H4, understand? If I can't see you, then I'm not gonna be focusing on you, but I'm not gonna take you out, because you're still gonna be something that I'm gonna be respecting over time, understand? At this certain point, I feel like I'm having sort of like a cone, you understand? Because I have my first, second touch, and third touch. But at the end of the day, we have to check where exactly is the market gonna go, you understand? So without wasting no time again, we're gonna push to H4. Let's go to H4 now. Let's go to H4. So let's go back to a daily time frame, because we didn't go to a daily time frame. Let's go to a daily time frame. I'm still gonna create trend lines. So don't let this thing confuses you. You understand? You see, I'm doing a top-down strategy here. I'm going up and down. Understand? So at the end of, don't let it confuse you. The reason I'm creating a lot of trends here, I'm actually looking for a certain trend that I'm gonna be respecting it the most. Understand? And once I get that trend, you know, you're gonna see what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna remove this trend. I don't like a lot of trends in my trading platform. I'm gonna remove this one. Is very important. I ain't gonna remove it. It's very important because I'm having my first touch there, and then I'm having my second touch there, the top side, and it is the one that I'm actually connected to as being my major key. So I'm not gonna remove the top side. I'm just gonna let it down there. You understand? So at the end of the day, I get to understand at this certain place, I'm having a sort of like a correction here. And by the rules of the market, I tend to understand that's where I'm going to be getting my buying opportunities. You get the point? If I break down here, I know very well that's where I'm going to be getting my buying opportunities. So I'm just going to do this. So that's how you can become a profitable day trader as a beginner. You understand? A day trader, like you can only trade GBPUSD. I like trading one thing, and I can analyze 4 of the things. I'll only pick one thing that I look best for from it. You understand? And then I'll start trading that thing. You understand? Because I know that I'm gonna make a lot of cash out of trading one thing. You know, if it comes here, it comes there. You see, I entered here, milk this position. If I was still watching it, breaking out this zone, I was still gonna enter. Understand? Because I understand this is the strongest zone. You understand? And then here, you're going to enter your buys once it reaches at this certain point. I know currencies, when you analyze them, they look sexier and beautiful. Understand? It's a beautiful chart. Already you understand everything. You understand where it's going to go. But I'm not going to put this point right now. I have to go furthermore to H4 so that I get to understand what's going on down there. So here we're just analyzing a factor of places whereby we're going to enter pure entries, you know, beautiful entries without any confusion, you understand? So here they're trying to create false supports. They're still gonna pass those points. This is where I believe that the market will reverse here. This is a strong point. So that's where you need to enter your buying opportunities at this certain point here. You get the point? So what I used to like doing when I was a newbie, right? I will actually get to identify a perfect position of correction, understand, a consolidation. So this is, if as my consolidation, I used to do this as still being my major key. I will come here, create trend lines, you know, so that I can become more confident that, oh, as much as it's playing on the major support and resistance, it means it can create certain movement at that certain place, understand? Because the market always repeats itself. I want to show you something real quick here. You're going to see how beautiful it will be. So the market is only respecting those trend lines there, breakout, retest, and then at the end of the day, you check here, and then it comes here, and then at the end of the day again, it moves here. So you see, the market is just creating the same thing again and again. It will touch here and then still go to the top side. So that's what I used to understand. So if the market prefer itself coming here and then decide that, you know, it will break this place, yes, it will retest and move further more to the bottom. But if it fails, because we know very well, me and you, that this support is very strong, the market will come here, create the touch there. The next thing we move to the top side. You see how easy is the market. That's how you analyze the market as a newbie. You understand? You analyze the market like that, you're gonna always get it correct. You get the point. So now let's go to 60 minutes time frame. As it's my currencies, I'll end on 60 minutes time frame. I'm not gonna add another thing, understand? Only on this time frame. That's why I'm gonna end analyzing, because if I keep on continuing, you're gonna get confused, understand? So this is the time frame that I'm gonna end. So very well, I know that I have to enter my entry point at this certain point here. Once it touches there, I enter my entry point. Then that's how you're going to trade GBPUSD. So let's jump into another one. So now we have USDJPY, and you understand Japan yen. So here, you know, the market, when it moves, what I like, you know, it respects certain movements. You know, already I can see an impulse correction, impulse movement, easy. You know, most of the people could have killed that certain trading, you understand? But at the end of the day, let's go to our weekly time frame at first. Firstly, we start by weekly time frame and check if ever we need to adjust, understand? If ever we need to adjust to that smallest point, that's where we decide to do what? We go to our monthly time frame. Understand? It's not always whereby you need to go to a monthly time frame. So you can see that, like I told you, I don't like when the chart looks like this, so I'll go to my 2 months now. You get the point. So actually, I'm gonna go back to my weekly time frame and then check certain adjustment and advisable time frames. Understand? So remember, I'm taking this from scratch. Understand? I'm taking this from scratch. You know, if you can check my previous videos, I did analyze this movement that it'll go there to the top. You know, that's what I like about currencies, man. This is easy. You know, this is easy. You understand? So at the end of the day, guys, I'm gonna still go back to my 2 months time frame. What I wanted to check, it's there. You understand? So here, what I'm gonna do, guys, it's easy. I'm going to start with my highest point and my lowest point from the highest time frame. You know, in my belief, I believe that the market can still come back there to the top side. You know, by the rules of the market, yes, I do believe that. But which year, I don't know. Understand? So I'm gonna create this adjustment here as this being my zone here. And then I'm gonna create my zone again here. And then I'm gonna create it here again. So when I trade, guys, I trade different to other traders. Understand? I always follow the rules of the market, no matter what. So this is the zones. Not because I have a 200 account, I'm saying I'm not gonna go to a 2 months time frame. Who said you can't go there? Because you gotta get your structure from there. You gotta know where exactly is the market going. Understand? We're gonna move here. Understand? We're gonna move. We're gonna be inside those time frames. Understand? So at the end of the day, by analyzing my chart here, I'm gonna try to force myself having a major trend from the top side to the bottom side. Understand? If it's there. So I'm gonna use this first touch, second touch. Yeah, I will use this one, but let me try to take it from here at the certain point, if it will make sense. Yeah, I think it makes sense. And then I'm gonna do the same thing in the bottom side there. It makes sense as well. Understand? Everything makes sense here. It's all going according to the rules. Understand? So after breaking out a major trend, I prefer you as the market to give me a correction order for myself to move to the top side. Understand? And at the certain point, it was just a correction phase. You get the point. So now I'm gonna jump H1, I mean monthly time frame, and then go to the weekly time frame. So I'm gonna go straight to the weekly time frame and see what exactly is going on here. Understand? What is the catch? You get the point. So at this certain point, for you to get the movement, you were supposed to do the same thing I did in the other expert GBPUSD. You know, remember, I just did this and then I did my support. And then on my support, I did a trend line. I think you got all saw it. I did a trend line. I said, when I was a newbie, I used to do it like this. And then I'll take it from the major and then come here. I know when it goes to the bottom side, the only thing I'll look for is just the trend line that will take me to the top side. That's all you can see now. So that's how the market was moving, you understand? So the market was moving proper, you understand? The only way you can ever trade pure price action the beautiful way is when you're trading on currencies without no lag, you understand? So as much as I can see that the market already broke out the major support resistance there. It has to come back, retest. As much as it has created its retest, I'm not believing that the market can still push furthermore to the top. I believe that the market can come at this certain point and make a reversal trade here so that it can come back and retest very well to the below side. So we're gonna come there and then we're gonna come then create our resistance. Without wasting no time, let's go to the daily time frame. Understand? Because as much as we are there, many people might be confused. A lot of people can be confused. So as much as you know here, I'm just looking for places whereby I'm gonna enter my entries. I can still come here and say this is my highest point, the current market. And then this one, I'm not preferring it as being my lowest point here. I see that I have my demand here. I have my beautiful demand there. That's where the biggest movement started. Let's create this one as being our demand. We're looking for proper positions here. Okay, let's create this one as being our demand. So as much as you can see at that certain place we have demand. If you want to learn more about demands, you need to come straight to our WhatsApp session, and then we're going to give you guys the full course. You understand? So I understand that the market, yes, it's buying at a certain point, but with my understanding, get to understand that at this certain point, I need to be grabbing for my selling opportunities. You understand? Because this is just a falling wedge, which if it reaches here, it already respected the falling wedge. You understand? So I'm gonna be looking for my selling opportunities at that certain places, being this being my left shoulder, and then this being my right shoulder. That right shoulder, then I'm gonna be dropping at your side. That's your left shoulder. Understand? So that's how it's gonna be. So when the market touches here, that's when I'm gonna be jumping in my selling opportunities to the bottom side. Let's go to H4 and see what is it that we see this side. Maybe we can get any clarity of anything here. So at the end of the day, guys, I'm going to just enter my cells at that certain point there at the top side. I'll enter my cells there. So you can still enter your buys here, anywhere here, knowing that the market is coming straight there. The market can never reverse at that certain road and then just decide to reverse. You know, the market being doing good to go to the top side. So it can't just come at that certain position and reverse. So the market here will still push to that top side. And then once it's there, that's where you can enter your selling opportunities. So let's jump into another one. You understand? So here, guys, we are on GBPJPY. Still on Japanian. You know what I like about Japanian? If they're on the same side, they'll still say the same thing. If that side at that certain zone I was looking for selling opportunities, there will be a zone whereby I will be looking for selling opportunities. They might not be equally though, but at the end of the day, the structure might be the same. So let's go and see. Let's go to our monthly time frame. Let's go to our monthly time frame. People don't like when they analyze, they don't like going to monthly time frames and other things. I don't know why. You understand? You need to go there and check what is it that's happening. You know, you don't have to follow what the market always do to you. You need to always make the rules of the market there in the market so that when the market respect them, you understand them. So this one, we're going to take it there as being the highest, and then we're going to take this as being our wedge. So our wedge is always the most profitable major structure that we can always get in the market. When we get the wedge, we tend to understand what's going to be going on into the market. So I'm going to create it here, and then I'm going to create my zones here, this certain place. Okay, create my images here. You see why I always make a lot of money from currencies, because I trade highest time frame. I become a day trader. You understand? Here I don't play, I swing. I always swing. You understand? You know, the reason I'm talking this is because you can check here, if you could have entered your proper buys, you could have been holding your buys until here. This retest means a lot. You know why? This point is, it was for 1994. The market respected this point in 20. I think it's 2023. Yeah, 2023, the market respected this point. What were the chances of you knowing that this support is probably the strongest? Because it's not from today, it's from the past. Understand? So at the end of the day, when the market touches here, it will push to the top side. But because you don't want to create this thing on the highest time, you can never see that the support that you're having is probably the strongest support. The reason we're doing it like this, we need to see if this is the strongest or it's not the strongest. You get the point. So at the end of the day, without wasting your time, let me go to the weekly time frame. Going straight to the weekly time frame. So at this certain point, I can see that I'm having a beautiful trend going to the top side like this. It's a beautiful one, you know. With my understanding, I get to understand this was just going there to the zone, and which everybody could have caught it if you're at that zone from the highest time frame. And then we have a trend line here. So at this certain place, remember in that other side, we had a place whereby we can start looking for selling opportunities, right? At this certain place, I get to understand that the market where it is, it's creating a head and shoulders again. At this certain point, we need to be looking for selling opportunities, because remember, if this is our weekly time frame, this is our weekly zone. Zones are there on the weekly time frame as well, understand? So let's quickly create other zones from the weekly time frame. So anything that comes with weekly, you understand, daily, they're too strong. You understand? Check what movement it created in 2016 at this certain place. What are the chances that the market can create the certain movement here in 2024 are high. So that's how you analyze the chart. So I get to understand that at that certain place, when the market reaches here, the market will give us selling opportunities. So it can give us a last candlesticks of confirmation of our selling opportunities there. But at the end of the day, we're going to see that once we go further more to the bottom side. Understand? So I get to understand that there's high chances that the market can come back still here and then give us our selling opportunities. But at that certain point, guys, I'm looking for selling opportunities. I'm not going to play no games here. I'm looking for proper selling opportunities, and it's possible for you to just like jump in now. I feel like it's possible, but let the market move a day, and then Tuesday, that's when you're going to enter your buying opportunities at that certain position, because I see proper sales there. So let's quickly go to H1 and see if there's something that can give us anything as being our direction at that certain position. So still, guys, I'm still confirming those sales. Still confirming those sales at a certain point. So we're going to come here and say we can get selling opportunities from this point here, and then we move to the bottom side. Understand? So I don't actually look for a breakout on a retest. Understand? On a retest, I'm looking for a retest to do its work. Understand? This is the first time retest. The market came back here, passed. So the market will retest here and then come back to the bottom side. So we can put our take profit there. You know, at that certain point, we're gonna milk. You understand? So at the end of the day, guys, this one we're gonna take it on 60 minutes time frame. That's where you're gonna take your proper entry point there. You're gonna take your entry point on the 60 minutes time frame. That's where you're gonna milk your entry point. So I see a proper trend line that I can create here that can actually give us the most confidence of saying at this certain trade, I'm looking for selling opportunities. You get the point? So at this certain trade, you can still take the sales here. I think it's possible, but I want you guys to give the market a day before you take that selling direction. Understand? So let's say short here. So that's how it is. Understand? On the other side, like you saw on the JPY, the other one, I looked for a certain place whereby I'm gonna enter my selling opportunities. And this side as well, I got a place whereby I can enter my. If the JPYs are on the same side, the direction will be on the same side, and they can never be opposing each other. Doesn't matter how. If it's weak, it's weak. So let's go for gold as being our bonus. Let's check what's happening this side. Gold, what I like about it, guys, it always respect the zones. Understand? If you haven't realized, now you know. So this is just like a cup, you know, they call it a cup inside the books. There's a patterns that has to create like a bigger buy, you know, from when we don't know, but they have to be having a bigger buy sooner or later, or next day or the other years. Remember, guys, we are day traders. Understand? We eat what they give us today. We don't become those long-term traders with 3 years or 4 years. So someone entered here knowing that he's going to make $1 billion at the top side, and I respect that. I will always respect those who makes billions from the market, as much as this thing is taking a lot of cash from a lot of people. So I guess this video is going to be the longest. If it's not the longest, but maybe it's the second longest. Understand? Because, you know, I took my time just to tell you guys everything into the market. So we come here again, and then we move here again. So you understand? So I want you guys to understand the zone part. You see, this zone was here in 2010, 2012. You understand? So what are the chances that the market will reverse here? They are high. You understand? So you need to relax and wait for that certain zone. When the market reaches there, you know very well what you're going to do. You understand? The market will touch there and then will reverse. Like, it will be the most buy that you could ever call. You can just enter and relax. I gave you guys buys here when the market was here. Check where it reversed. Because when I trade currencies and metals, I only deal with the zones. I don't care about anything. You understand? When I hold here. So at the end of the day, let's go to the daily time frame without wasting any time. So because we are from a zone, it's always advisable to respect the trend. Guys, I'm going to teach you a lot, and I'm going to teach you a lot here. It's always advisable to go back to the trend here because you're from a zone, though. Understand? You're from a zone. It's always advisable for you to go back to a trend. Understand? So here we have a trend. The only trend that I want is this one. The other one, I'm just there just to know that the market can never reach here due to this third touch and the trend line that was broken. And the market will reverse anyway. It's either here or here, but I believe the market has to reverse here. So I'm looking for a certain trend that can allow us to know that at this certain place, the market will reverse. Understand? So I'm assuming the chart, you can see we had a proper sell there, and which is what was so beautiful. It come back and retested, but you know where it's going, man. It's gonna come here and then reverse at this certain position here. And me and you, we know why we're saying the market will reverse there. This place is one of the strongest place. Understand? It can go to the top side. So we know where the market is going. So what we have to do is just to relax. Understand? We know where you're going. We know where you're heading. What you can do now is just to relax and let it go there. And then once it reaches here, we enter. By that certain point, we're still having our demand, a lot of things to be respected. We go to H4 and see what is it that we expect there. So let's remove this one so that it doesn't confuse it. Don't forget the trend line, the two one we created there. You forget them, you're going to lose alone because we're not going to forget them. So at this certain place, we know that we don't have a third touch. We know very well that the market has to come here, create third touch, come back here, and then we're going to take our buying opportunities there in the bottom side. We're going to take our buying opportunities here in the bottom side. And then the market will move to the top side. So that's how you analyze the market. You understand? The market, it's easy. You just have to give it time. The market doesn't move without creating anything. If ever every mentor of you guys go again, back testing the chart, trying to show you this market did this, this market did that. You got to understand those things are real. Understand? They are real because the market always goes back. Understand? Do whatever it did in the past. It always creates the same thing. When your mentor says something doesn't work, that's just know he doesn't know how to use it. If ever he knew how to use that certain thing, he wouldn't say that stupid note. He wouldn't say that. Understand? So here, I'm looking for selling opportunities. Here, if they fail, we're going to enter them on the third touch. So that's how the market has to move. Here, we're looking for a bigger buy. There, we're looking for a short sell. Understand? So at the end of the day, guys, this is the end of the video. Let's meet on another video. Thank you guys for watching this one.